there was a lot there. It's like, whoa, and you got a lot of questions from TEDMED Live around the country. So the first one had to do with that Silicon Valley area that you were talking about. You were eating the same food, but not drinking the same Kool-Aid. Has the medical profession started to drink the Kool-Aid of the world of the possible, or are we still feeling resistance since you're bridging both?
Yeah, I think we are, and I think doctors sometimes get a bad rap, and I sometimes give it to my, we desperately do want those good healthcare outcomes. We spend a lot of our time trying to achieve them. And it's slowly happening, but I think the pull, just like, the reason I compared it to a civil rights issue is I think the pull is going to have to come from the public, the consumer of healthcare, which is the patient.
So suddenly, you've got a new word. Patient, that's a me to you. Partner, that's us together, right? And the partnership mechanism is the phone or the communication link. So suddenly the doctor can say, wow, we really are in this together versus I'm going to see you in 2 weeks or 2 months and come back.
Yeah, and this idea that I would not want to learn from you and really treat you better, that I would just want to dictate to you. I mean, I went through a lot of years in my maturity as a physician learning that didn't work. It's very easy to get aggravated, somebody,
right.
But
do this, do that,
what
come
you
back.
really want is the outcome. Mm-hmm. So you need to divorce yourself a little bit from that and try to achieve that.
So putting a medical wrapper around an iPhone or any smartphone, so essentially the phone becomes the brains, and maybe we put the medical device, if you will, around the phone, as opposed to an app in the phone.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not a medical device. You can game with it.
That'd be wrong, yeah.
My son can play a game with it. You can track an elite athlete with it and immerse yourself in their performance with your heart rate. And by the way, if you happen to have an arrhythmia or heart attack, you can record that. That's the beauty of these sensors. They're sort of multi-purpose.
So we end up having fun, or we end up solving folding problems, or we end up doing things with our phones which turn out to have all these derivative benefits, which turn out to be the key for intervention and maybe even prevention.
Exactly.
Wow, that's just fascinating. Now, you've got this thing where in Nigeria, you're suddenly looking through, you browse the web for EKGs. That's what I would do too. Okay. If I had extra time, I would be browsing the web for EKGs. So I get up, browse web.
Yeah.
And you notice this irregular EKG for a man who turns out to be in Nairobi?
Yeah, so...
and you call him up.
This is part of the study, you've got an EKG on an iPhone. We wanted to see what the use cases were, what is it? So a businessman had the phone lent to him by another businessman, but he was a Nigerian gentleman in Mumbai, was like about to have a heart attack.
Nigerian in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Mumbai's in India. You're not going to fool me on this.
No, and I'm in LA.
Okay, and you're in LA. That makes sense,
and so how gratifying for me to be able to, reach out to him, and hopefully how good for him.
So my phone rings, I look at it, it's an unrecognized number, and I don't take the call, and I die.
Yeah, but you were worse off before.
Exactly. All right, I think I'm getting the plan here. Okay. Now, you said something that I had to go with. You gave your dog an EKG. What kind of human does this?
Well, she's a golden retriever, and it was hard, but I got it. I got it from her, and she had
the
a lot
rat colonoscopy appealed to you too. I know. Okay.
She has some arrhythmia, which I guess is normal. But
dogs have arrhythmia.
They've been able to record horses' EKGs with that, so and that's pretty amazing. Sick horses apparently their heart rate slows down.
Leslie, that was fantastic.
Thank you
for sharing it with us.